What is going on, Perfect Nation? My name is Doulie. I am an administrator over at perfectpokemon.com. Today's battle is against Doulie, aka Gold 2.0. But before we jump into that, I have two quick announcements. One is we've just posted a tournament for next week. It is called Toucan Has Arrived. These tournaments keep getting bigger and bigger every couple weeks. We do one bi-weekly, so make sure you check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description. Click it and register. It's a Wi-Fi singles tournament. The next announcement is I've recently started streaming. My Twitch account is twitch.com/Doulie. Actually, it's twitch.tv/Doulie. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description as well. Check it out. Hit the follow button. Next time I pop on, you're going to get an email to know that I'm streaming. Now on to this battle. Doulie, aka Gold 2.0, is a moderator over at Perfect Pokemon. He is an extremely high level battle. He's the kind of guy that if you make a mistake, he capitalizes on it instantly. I hate battling him, but it's also a lot of fun. Hope you enjoy. You know, his team looks a lot like mine. A lot of threats. Okay, so I figured I'll start with Talonflame because I expected him to start with Donphan to try to get Stealth Rock up. But no, he started with Rotom Wash, which is the hardest counter to Talonflame in the game. I got a U-turn. I was surprised at how much damage it did. It was actually a crit. And switched into Blissey. Rotom Wash cannot do anything to Blissey. it is the hardest counter to Rotom Wash in the game. So, just sort of feeling him out, seeing what he's going to do. I know he has to switch. So I went for a Flamethrower, just in case he switched into Breloom or Celebi. I figured that would be more effective than Toxic. And what do you know? He switched into Celebi, so that was a good early prediction. And I got a crit, so the RNG gods are loving me right now. Let's see what he does. I don't know what his Celebi was. I didn't know if he was gonna Earthquake or something crazy, so I just decided to pull Blissey back out. I switch into Skarmory. Whenever I get the opportunity to put up a free Stealth Rock, I take it. I figured whatever he was going to do to Blissey would not be effective against Skarmory, or not very effective. So I switched into Skarmory. Here's my chance to get my Stealth Rock. So he sent out Rotom Wash again, which is a huge threat. You know, I love playing with Rotom Wash. I hate playing against it. It's like the hardest counter to the Skarmory, period. Switch back into Blissey. Again, there's nothing Rotom Wash can do to Blissey, so, you know. And he's probably going to switch again. Like, Pain Split. Pain Split is so crazy against Blissey because he has so much health. You saw his health went all the way back up to full, and mine actually dropped. Good thing about Pain Split though is that it only takes enough to get sort of the first user back to maximum health, or else he probably could have almost killed me. So I used another Flamethrower just in case he switched out into something crazy again, but I think he learned his lesson from the first time. So I think I'm going to go back into Skarmory, yes, because I did not get my Stealth Rock up, and that's really important, especially since he has a Talonflame and a Breloom, which probably has a Focus Sash. So here we go. I think this is where I put up Stealth Rock. He sends out Adolf. Yep, he predicted the Stealth Rock. He decided to get his Talonflame out. before that damage sort of cripples it. I used Protect to see what his Talonflame was going to do. And it hits U-turn, which I'm okay with. He decides to switch Talonflame out instead of going for U-turn again, which I think was a smart play. Here comes Rotom Wash. And I think at this point, he's only using Rotom Wash to scare me out, to scare out my Skarmory, to keep my Talonflame off the field. Because there isn't really much, you know, those two could do against Rotom Wash. That was actually a double switch. And that just proves exactly what I was saying. He didn't bring Rotom Wash out to really do anything but scare me. And I fell for it. It's better to be safe than sorry, so I switched out my Skarmory. And I went into Excadrill. I figured he really wanted to get a Rapid Spin here. I know I wanted to get a Rapid Spin just to free up the field for Talonflame. So I thought he wanted that more than he wanted to possibly kill my Excadrill. I expected the Rapid Spin this turn, but he went straight for the Earthquake. And part of me felt like my Excadrill could survive one Earthquake. I don't know why. Maybe I forgot. Maybe I thought I had an air balloon or something, but I don't. So he gets HKO'd. So that was a pretty good play. I brought out Rotom Wash and switched him immediately into Talonflame. Rotom Wash pretty much scared out his Donphan and brought him into something that I knew I could take out. So that was a really good play. That play pretty much cost him his Celebi. And he brings out Donphan once again. Donphan is pretty scary to Talonflame. I'm not sure what his moveset is. I'm surprised I went for a Brave Bird. Maybe I was just feeling a little bit aggressive. But yeah, you see how tanky that thing is? Anything else, not expecting the defense would have died there. So he goes for the Rapid Spin. I think he expected me to switch. I don't know if his Donphan knows Stone Edge or any sort of rock ability, but I think he just really wanted that Rapid Spin instead. Brings out the perfect counter to Talonflame once again. And there's absolutely nothing Talonflame could do to Rotom Wash, especially one that's spec'd into defense and stamina, which this one probably is. He pulled the double switch. He called it. And you could just see the level of play that's going on here. It's like, you know, really smart player. Double switches back and forth. He's predicting a lot of what I'm going to do, a lot of what I'm thinking. So I switched on his Donphan back into Skarmory. I figured since he got my Stealth Rocks, I'm going to try to get them back up now. So his Stealth Rocks are back up. My Excadrill is dead. My Talonflame is a little bit above half health, so I pretty much have one more time to bring out Talonflame. And right here after he Rapid Spin, I'm like, hey, I'll take it. Every time he Rapid Spins, he has to take Rocky Helmet damage, so I just figured I'll just keep spamming Stealth Rock. He brings out Breloom, which is a big threat. I knew he was going for the Spore. This was a really risky play, but I switched into Blissey because I predicted his Spore. And he predicted that I was going to do not Brave Bird and do a switch. And luckily, I think we both kind of over predicted a little bit. Because he could have Mach Punched me, and that would have been it for my Blissey. He did not Spore me, which is what I wanted him to do. And I can't keep my Blissey in against his Breloom. I could have protected on Blissey, but I didn't want to risk him going for another Swords Dance. So I switched back into Skarmory. And that was pretty much a wasted play. It was a bit of an over prediction. If I had just went for the Brave Bird right away, it could have took this thing out pretty easily. So there goes the Spore. I thought about switching here, and then I figured the best thing for me to do is to just hope I wake up and spam Brave Bird. If I switched, I knew he was going to get a free Swords Dance off because I was going to be asleep for at least one turn, right? If I switched, he could have gotten a Mach Punch or anything else off and pretty much took someone out. And him staying in and spamming Swords Dance is pretty much him playing Russian roulette with me waking up and using Brave Bird, which is what I just did. I think he decided that it was worth it to go back into Donphan and try to get a rapid spin off, but luckily I woke up and that's it for his Donphan. That's good because now Breloom is back out, and if he had a Focus Sash, he got hit with Stealth Rock. I went out to Metagross because I figured he would go for a Spore. I wanted to go out to Blissey, but I didn't want to risk him using a Mach Punch and taking out Blissey. Since I did it last turn, I figured I would, if he Mach Punched Metagross, I don't think it would kill him. It'll probably do a lot of damage to it. But I'll much rather lose Metagross at this point than losing Blissey. So I took the risk with, and I definitely don't want to lose Skarmory because that's pretty much all I have to take out this Breloom. So I pretty much took the risk, went out to Metagross, and put him to sleep instead of my Skarmory. So yeah, now he's spamming Mach Punch. Even though he's getting hit with that Rocky Helmet, that's pretty much all he could do. He can't put another one of my Pokemon to sleep without breaking Sleep Claws. So I decided to just go for a Roost. I think I go for a second Roost. I could have used Brave Bird here and killed him, but then I would have been extremely low, and sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry. So he withdrew Breloom. He knew that was going to be the turn that I could use Brave Bird. Pretty smart play. Brave Bird on Rotom Wash. Okay, this play I thought it was going to be the best play, the play of the game. He had Rotom Wash out, and I'm pretty sure I used Protect because I wanted to see what he was going to do. Yep, there I go. He uses Pain Split, and I'm like, okay, when I bring out Talonflame, he's going to get hit with Stealth Rock, and he's going to go really low. If he uses Pain Split again, he's going to heal my Talonflame, get himself in range where one Brave Bird will kill his Rotom Wash. And that would have pretty much been game over if he had took the bait and went for Pain Split a second time, but he did not fall for it at all. Again, a very smart player, and he just goes for the Thunderbolt because it was definitely the safest thing to do. Even though I could have went back into Blissey, I took a little bit of a risk because I thought it would have been pretty cool to get that play off, and it did not pay off. So I lost my Talonflame because of it. So I went back out to Blissey. Again, there's nothing he can do to Blissey. I got a Toxic up on his Rotom Wash. I'm not sure why he didn't switch here. Why he took the Toxic. But I figured he would switch since it just doesn't make sense for him to be in on Blissey. So I predicted the switch and went for a Flamethrower just in case he switched into Breloom. And lo and behold, so that was a really good prediction on my end. Took care of that Breloom, which would have been a huge problem with Talonflame being dead. By the way, Blissey is definitely MVP this game. So he brings out Gyarados. I switched into Rotom, my Rotom, which this is the first time Rotom has been out all game. I've been saving him all game. And he should be a pretty solid counter. The regular Gyarados, I guess I should have expected the Mega Gyarados. I just wasn't thinking about it. But still, I thought I'd be able to take... No, actually, I thought I was faster than Mega Gyarados. And apparently I'm not. I have to look that up. I still haven't looked it up yet. But isn't Rotom Wash faster than Mega Gyarados? I figured I would have got the Thunderbolt before he got Crunch. Maybe I'm wrong. I could with it. So he sees Skarmory and goes to the Dragon Dance. He figures, hey, I'm going to set up Skarmory's a tanky Pokemon. But people always underestimate Skarmory's Brave Bird. Like, Skarmory is a beast. I don't think people fully understand how beastly Skarmory is. Like, look at how much health it takes from him. And it's like, what is he going to really do now? He's going to get hit with Rocky Helmet, and he's pretty much dead. Skarmory is a beast. Yeah, and it's weird because Skarmory is faster than his Gyarados. And I'm pretty sure Skarmory is slower than Rotom Wash. I don't know. I have to look into it. So his Gyarados dies to Rocky Helmet. And he brings out Rotom Wash again. His Rotom Wash is already poisoned, so I just go for a Protect. Not to really predict anything or see what he's going to do, but just to stall him out. I didn't know if his Rotom Wash had Rest or not. Either way, I just wanted to see what he was gonna... I just wanted to stall him out and get an extra turn. I think I switch into Blissey here. Yeah, and he just switched out his Rotom Wash because he did not want to take that damage. So he goes into Talonflame, which was a pretty smart play. He knew I was gonna switch into Blissey, and he was gonna force me to pretty much switch back. Actually, I think the smart move here would be to go for Protect on Blissey. I don't know why I didn't go for Protect. I switched right back into Skarmory. Oh, I figured he would kill himself on my Skarmory with either Brave Bird or Flare Blitz, and then if that wasn't enough, he would definitely die to Rocky Helmet. But my calculations was way off, so I pretty much wasted Skarmory, which was not a great play. I could have predicted. I could have protected on Blissey instead, and just get him to lock in the Flare Blitz in case he's banded. So I went out to Metagross. I pretty much had to sacrifice Metagross here. I was hoping he could survive a Flare Blitz. I knew it was not going to happen. Talonflame is a monster. So I eat a Flare Blitz. I sacrificed them because I knew the recall damage was going to kill Talonflame. So there we go. Talonflame goes down. And this is pretty much the last big threat on his team. I know I can just stall this Rotom Wash since it cannot do anything to Blissey. Blissey is the hardest counter to Rotom Wash in the game. And I think after here it's a bit of a stall fest. I think he knew he was gonna lose at this point, and he was just, trying to pull something off. You guys watch the rest of this video. Just as a heads up, what's going on is Blissey is a special tank. Rotom Wash is a special attacking Pokemon who's poisoned, and poison damage increases every turn. So pretty much all I have to do is stall out this Rotom Wash, let it take poison damage, and I'll win. He does have pain split, which makes things a bit more interesting, because if I heal too much, he can pretty much heal himself back to full off of pain split, since Blissey has so much more health than him. So that's why I'm keeping my health a little low instead of healing myself, and hoping that between poison damage, pain split, and me hitting him with the right flamethrower, it's gonna kill him. It was a little bit risky because, I mean, he does do damage to me. His Thunderbolt does do damage. It's not a lot, but it's enough to where if I let myself get too low, he could get a crit and take me out. So it was pretty intense, even though it's kind of a stall match here at the end. I kept myself low enough to where it wouldn't make much sense for him to go for pain split. He went for Will-O-Wisp, which wasn't a bad idea. But Protect, the almighty Protect, didn't let it happen. He's going to take poison damage here in a little bit. Yeah, and he's in trouble. I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of the video after this final comment. This is my first fully commentated Pokemon ORAS battle. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment below. Please let me know how I did. We are doing everything we can to grow this channel. So if you like this video, please subscribe if you're not already. And hit the like button if you liked it. Alright guys,